So if you've been keeping up with my videos and watching my gameplay on YouTube, you've probably noticed that I snipe a lot. And when I do snipe, I most of the time will use the Hunter exclusive sniper rifle known as the Steel Piercer. And that's been pretty much my go-to sniper since the launch of Taken King. I have a video explaining why I like it so much. And I'll put the link down in the description if you want to check that out. It's a little bit old, but most of it still holds true. But I've been finding myself drawn to a new sniper rifle. Not so much of a new sniper rifle, but new to me. I haven't really used it much. And that one is the Winged Word, the one you get from Trials of Osiris. It's really good, I gotta tell you. And I kind of feel that it has just a little bit of an edge over the Steel Piercer, and I'm probably going to start using it as my main sniper from now on. Now these two weapons have a lot in common, and that's kind of why I like the Winged Word so much. It really feels very familiar to me when I started using it. Even they almost handle very similarly. These two guns are also in the same archetype of rate of fire and impact, with the impact being just a little bit higher than some of your other contenders in this archetype like the LBR or 1000-yard stare. So that's really good. It's going to help you take out self-reses and roaming supers like Hammer, and that's, to me, honestly, I like to be prepared just in case I need it, in case somebody busts a self-res in front of me. I really like to have the option of just one banging them with a headshot. So these weapons are really similar, and you might think, well then, what makes the Winged Word so much better if they're almost the same in every other aspect? And there's a couple things that come to mind that really set the Winged Word apart from the Steel Piercer. And the first is going to be the diversity of perks that you can have. The Steel Piercer, you can't really change your perks too much. The only perk column that gives you options is the one where you have Snapshot. So obviously for me, I'm never going to take off Snapshot. So pretty much I have to run the Steel Piercer the exact same way every single time. With the Winged Word, you have a little bit more flexibility. You can run Unflinching, or the one that heals you when you're critically wounded, I forgot what it's called. You can run Injection Mode versus Perfect Balance. So you can kind of mix and match. And all these options are, I mean, they're not by any means God tier perks, but they're pretty decent and can be pretty helpful in certain situations. So you can kind of mess around with your perks depending on what kind of game mode you're playing or how your play style is. And for me, that's really helpful. The second thing that comes to mind is the scope. Now the scopes are pretty similar, I have to admit, but the Winged Word scope has one huge advantage in my opinion, and that's the fact that it'll highlight the guardians that you see through it. So if you're looking through a grenade or a smoke, you know me, I play Night Stalker, so I have a lot of wombos that I'm looking through. You're going to have that guardian's body figure outlined, and you're going to be able to shoot through them when they don't even know that you're there, or they can't get an accurate bead on you. That's a huge advantage, especially in something like Trials where you're looking through choke points a lot of the time. And I've already had it come into play more than once, probably 3 or 4 times, where I've been able to get the jump on somebody. They didn't even know I was looking. So for me, that's definitely a plus. And that's just one thing that just gives it the slight edge that it needs to make it a better weapon and to get it put into my loadout more often. Now I know I'm going to get the question, well, why would I use the Winged Word over the Icebreaker when I can regenerate ammo with the Icebreaker? I don't have to think about getting special ammo. It's not even an issue, I can focus on killing my opponent. And my answer to that would be the Winged Word overall is just a better sniper rifle in general. It just feels better, it handles better, and in my hands it's a better killing machine. Now you might feel differently, you might think, well, I do really well with the Icebreaker, and that's good, but in my opinion, and I should say because sniping is so nuanced, everybody has a different take and a different approach. You know, some people really like Waylorn's March, some people really like Black Spindle, and then some people like all the different archetypes in between. So ultimately, whichever one works best for you is what you should use. In my personal opinion, the Winged Word is probably one of the, if not the best sniper rifles in the game, and it's just overall a better weapon than Icebreaker, even though Icebreaker regenerates special ammo. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys coming by today, and hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what your favorite sniper is, if you like Icebreaker or 1000-yard stare or whatever. I know Longbow Synthesis is still pretty popular. But thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.